Greetings, my friend. We are all interested in the future, for that is where you and I are going to spend the rest of our lives. And remember, my friend, future events such as these will affect you in the future.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We are tonight's entertainment.
Oh my God!
Just when you thought there couldn't be any more evil that could be invented.
If I wanted a joke, I'd follow you into the John and watch you take a leak.
You see? Your stupid minds. Stupid! Stupid!
While you were still learning how to spell your name, I was being trained to conquer galaxies.
You are a sad, strange little man, and you have my vote.
Look up idiot in the dictionary. You know what you'll find?
Picture me.
Hey, laser lips! Your mama was a snowblower.
Hello and welcome to Shooting the Bull, another episode. I am your host, Justin Bullock, along with
Ariana Tysinger.
And Ross.
That's right, Saucy Rossi. So it has been a crazy busy weekend for Ariana and myself. I don't know about you, Ross, but no,
nice.
Nothing going on.
Taking it easy this weekend.
Ari and I were actually down in Charlotte at this really awesome place called Fort Apache.
Is that how you pronounce it? Charlotte?
Charlotte.
I pronounce it Charlotte.
It's not Charlotte.
It's like Charlotte.
No.
What is this? Is a town?
This is a town in North Carolina. It's called Charlotte. It's kind of like you head towards Wilmington, you pass Wilmington, and you're kind of going towards Ocean Isle. Not a whole lot out there, actually. Mm-hmm. And we stopped at a gas station, and they don't even have bottled sodas. They only have cans.
Yeah, they only had canned sodas at this gas station.
Yeah.
How much?
89 cents.
Oh, there you go.
It's like the only thing Ari's ever bought me.
Hey.
Yeah, a can.
I make all the gifts.
That's true. For my birthday this year, actually, she made me a picture. It was a picture of a hoe on a side of a street corner. It's a street corner hoe.
Okay.
Yeah. I should show you. I don't know if I've shown you.
I haven't seen that.
It's on my desk. I would show you, but it's on my desk at work. I keep it at work. I walk around and I'm like, hey, everybody, you know what this is? You know what this is, huh? They're like, what? A picture? And I'm like, it's a street corner hoe.
The tool or a prostitute?
Oh, like a hoe, like
okay,
a
that's
garden.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
No, it's not. She didn't draw like an actual hoe. She drew like a picture of the tool.
I always tell Justin that for his birthday, I'll get him a big booty hoe. Just because he's like, what do you want for your birthday? And I say a big booty hoe. And he's like, man, that's what I want for my birthday. So this year I was like, I'll just draw him a hoe.
Okay, nice.
That's what you did. But we were down there filming, I guess it's a music video.
I think it is. I think it's like a mixture of an acting / music video.
Yeah.
It's a spoof of Thriller, I guess.
Yeah, but it was crazy, man. And we got down there. It was hotter than hell down there, by the way.
Okay.
And we got there at 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and we left probably 11:30 that night.
Oh, so it was a long day.
Mm-hmm. It was all outdoor. Everything that was indoor was not air conditioned.
Right.
Nothing. There was no air conditioning at all.
And everything outside was just dirt and dust. I went home that night and I was like, oh my gosh, my nose feels like so stuffy. I don't know if it's allergies. I blew my nose and there was dirt in my nose.
That's horrible. I lost about 20 pounds off of sweat.
I think I sweated my body weight.
Yeah. I was... I'm a big guy.
Yeah.
Yes. And I was wearing a black Batman t-shirt.
That's where you went wrong.
Yeah. And the thing, I sweated so much that I had those like powdered salt lines.
What?
See, he's never heard of that. I didn't think it was a thing.
Is this a fat guy thing? All right, so listen, I have got to the point. Look, I sweat. Listen,
what?
I sweat a lot. I do. I sweat a lot.
I still think this is a myth, but apparently, whenever you sweat a lot, like you just apparently your body perspirates so much that like salt accumulates and leaves the salt line.
I usually get it underneath my titties.
Yeah, that's just sweat though.
No, but it's salt.
You're saying it dries when you've got a little lines.
Yeah.
Saves money on salt.
About the same. I could just wring my shirt out over some soup.
Oh my god, that's disgusting.
That's really gross. I didn't know that this was a thing.
If you want, I can go dig through my laundry and show you.
I'll take your word for it.
Yeah.
But I've never heard of it. If it's a myth, it's not widespread.
I'm pretty sure that's salt, man.
Maybe you just like sweat cocaine.
I'm wondering what it could be.
I think it's salt, dude. It turns into like a powdery thing. Actually, it's kind of embarrassing. There's a picture of me on my Facebook page from a wedding I shot years ago down in Wilmington.
Yeah.
Even before I knew you.
Yeah.
And
see, you and I like knew each other without knowing each other.
Yeah. So like I shot this wedding down there, and I was sweating my ass off. Then I mean, I just sweat. I sweat sitting still.
Yeah.
And
it's you can in this heat.
Yes.
You
and
don't have to be active.
Well, I was down there shooting the thing, and there's a picture they took on me on Facebook holding the camera, but you can clearly see I have this big white line all over my back from where I've been sweating like
my gosh,
like a damn like whore in church.
Is it not just a stain?
I don't know. See,
no, I mean
you're saying
I washed the shirt, it's gone.
Well, stains wash off.
No, there's stains. Not all stains wash off.
Well,
that'd be interesting if you stained white.
If you like rub it, does it sprinkle off?
You stain like powdered sugar.
Oh, like if I was to hold my shirt out and just kind of like tap it off, like
does it come off like that?
No.
This might be a stain, man. This might be a stain.
No, but it goes away after I wash it, and it comes. But if I sweat again,
it's a sweat stain.
No.
Okay, so we were filming out there. It was blazing hot.
Okay.
It was blazing.
I mean, I'll take your word for it.
It was blazing hot. It was blazing hot, but we were filming all day long. And there's this really great place called Fort Apache.
Oh, it's so cool.
That's run by the most interesting man in the world. Not the Dos Equis guy, but, I mean...
His name is Dale Equis.
His name is Dale. But yeah, he got... You know me, how I can just talk to anybody.
Yeah,
You know, I can just go up and talk to anybody. And I got stuck talking to him, and Ari, took off and didn't help me.
Hello, I had to go help do makeup.
Yeah, well,
because the process was like we needed to keep up the time because we were burning daylight.
Right. So I was talking to him, and it turns out that he was actually in a drug trafficking ring way back when, and made a ton of money doing that, and actually served 10 years in state penitentiary.
But if you just met him, he's just one of the nicest people ever. He checks up on you. He's like, "Hey, how you doing?" You're like, "Family, it's all right. Come on in." And he'll offer you all this stuff. And he takes care of cats and all this.
I love the guy, and the guy told me that we could come back and film there anytime we wanted. So of course, I like creepy stuff. I love creepy stuff.
Yeah.
I love doing scary movies and stuff like that. So I mean, that's what I want to do. So. When I got in there, I was like a kid in a candy shop because I'm just looking around at all this spooky stuff. And as soon as I hit the gate, I was just inspired, and I was like, "Oh, we could do this. We could do this. We could do this."
Because it has a whole bunch of old memorabilia in it. Like it has the vault from Who Framed Roger Rabbit. It has something from Edward Scissorhands.
It's got Herbie.
Oh, cool.
It's got Herbie in there.
Herbie,
the little car.
Okay,
that's the D3 Beetle.
Beetle.
Right.
Yeah, and it has all these really cool cars, and some of them still work.
Okay.
And he just collects all this stuff. But he's
so what is this place?
It's like a house. It's no, actually.
How did he describe it in that? There was a film that was made there.
It's he described it as it's a playground for people's imagination.
So he literally has a lot of money because of all the drugs that he sold, and also from collecting all this stuff. And sometimes he went and auctioned them off. So he just collected it, and he's like, you know what? People can come in and just do whatever they want here.
Super cool.
So it's just like a big plot of land?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a big plot of land, and there's all this stuff on it. And there's little buildings, little western-looking town buildings, there's a saloon and all kinds of stuff.
Okay.
So when I walked out there, I was like, holy crap, this place is amazing. And I'm just thinking of all the things we could possibly do.
Yeah.
Because the number one problem when you're filmmaking is finding a location.
Especially in North Carolina.
I know. No, it's really hard. And I'm working on a project right now about an abandoned asylum.
Yeah, I was gonna say, especially spooky places.
Spooky places.
A lot of people don't want that.
But do you remember back when we were doing NC?
That's exactly what I'm thinking of.
Yeah, we could never find any place to do it.
No, people don't like that, and it's the strangest thing because I don't think of it as being really bad publicity.
Yeah.
Exactly. It's just
people think it's cool.
Yeah.
Right.
So I've been looking all over this place for this creepy building that I can film in, and it's just not panning out. But here's this guy with this stuff, and he's telling me I can film there anytime I want, and I just wanted to go down and kiss the guy's feet. Yeah, honestly,
that's pretty cool. Yeah,
it was very good. But it was a good shoot, really busy shoot. Ari got tore up by bugs.
I did. I got 38 bug bites.
Wow.
I heard
Mosquitoes.
All mosquitoes.
All right, this is fun fact. Fun fact about mosquitoes. Zika.
Right, like I'm like malaria, and
she's got the Zika virus.
Well, I can't have kids. Oh well.
Fun fact about mosquitoes. I heard
they're just going to be all weird looking.
Well, I mean, they were going to be mine anyway, so they're going to be weird looking anyway.
That is very true.
Shut the fuck up. Continue.
Only the female mosquito bites.
Oh yeah, it's because they use the
blood to make eggs.
Yeah, that's how it works.
Well,
that is disgusting.
I just impregnated a lot of mosquitoes.
Nice. Yeah. It was a good night.
Yeah,
it was great. 38 and counting.
That's an odd biological design to require the blood of something else.
Yeah. Ugh. And I heard that mosquitoes are more attracted to females.
See, mosquitoes got it going on because they're like, yo, let's be honest.
And isn't it certain blood types more than others?
I think so.
I think it's O, maybe.
Yeah. Well, that explains it all. I think I'm type O.
Okay. I think O is.
I don't even know what. I honestly don't know what I am.
I'm B negative.
B negative.
Not a good way to live.
That doesn't sound
you should
good.
Stop being negative.
You don't know you really don't know your blood type?
I have no idea.
Well, then you gonna die.
Well, that's a given. But I mean, yes.
If you never mind. Okay. Go just continue.
But speaking of death, by the way, heard kind of a funny news story the other day. I mean, it's terrible, it's tragedy, but it's also funny.
You gotta find the humor.
Yeah, I can find humor in anything. And so, get this: women are crazy. And there's a
kind of a blanket statement.
Listen, a wise man once said, I don't know who, but he was wise, and he said it.
Wasn't wise enough to get his name remembered.
He once said that all women are crazy, you just have to find the right level of crazy that fits you. Okay? So listen to this. Guy is asleep, right? And he's with his girlfriend. Mm-hmm. She has a dream that he cheats on her. Mm-hmm. And she woke up and killed him.
Oh my gosh.
She bashed his head in with a golf club because she had a dream.
Oh my gosh.
Right, because she had a dream that he was cheating on her.
Okay, I don't think that's a woman thing. I think that's just a psychological thing.
Well, that's true. And
the irony of that is that I think if you take dream interpretation real, like if you take it seriously, which I kind of don't, but I think the irony is that isn't that supposed to mean that they're not?
Yes.
If you have a dream about it?
Yes.
So she was wrong on all fronts.
On all fronts.
Yeah.
But the guy tried to explain it to her, is what she said, but she just didn't believe him.
While he was getting beaten?
Yeah. She just didn't believe him.
So she's beating him. He wakes up and he's asking why, and she's saying, and they're having this conversation while he's getting killed.
Yeah.
I would have just
crazy.
Ran for the door and bye.
Right.
Yeah, I wonder what the condition this guy was in.
Dead.
Prior to dying. Could he not?
No, he was dead on DOA.
Yeah.
But interesting. This is very interesting too, because I like what you brought up about just a crazy thing.
Yeah, it's just a psychological thing.
Yes.
It's totally not a woman thing.
And I think it runs in the family because a year prior to this, her sister stabbed her boyfriend because he didn't like her picture on Instagram fast enough.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, that's totally a mental thing. Yeah. That is not a female thing.
That's true.
Because
this sounds like a weird joke.
Like my picture?
No, this is. I read this on the internet.
He liked it, but so he didn't like it fast enough. Did he like it though?
He did like it,
probably after he got stabbed,
but not. Yeah,
as he's dying, he's trying hard.
I love it.
He's like double tapping, stop stabbing me.
Yeah.
Ari took my phone the other day and was liking every picture.
Oh my gosh, we were driving all the way to Fort Apache and I was like, oh my god, Justin, stop liking all my photos.
Every picture.
But like somehow.
Yeah.
Right.
So I'm covered. I did it fast. I guess I did it fast enough.
Yeah.
Well, I guess I didn't do it fast enough.
No, you didn't. I had to do it. I was like, Justin, stop. What are you doing?
But I read that and I thought that was silly.
It's silly.
It's
horrible.
It's horrible. Didn't I tell you? I told you it was horrible, but it was also funny at the same time. Another interesting, funny kind of story is, and I think we would all do this. I mean, I don't know. I want to get your opinion on this.
Okay.
Or what would you do in this situation?
Okay.
What was something you do? But this woman, she won the lottery. $3 million, I think, is what she won, which is wow, amazing.
She gets how she gets after taxes, or that?
I have no idea, but it just said that she won.
She still won something in the millions.
She won this sum of money. I don't know what she's actually going to come away with, but she won that on Friday, and then Monday she goes into work, and then the first thing she does when she gets there, which I'm surprised she even went back at all, but this is the reason why she did. She went in and she took a shit on her boss's desk.
Oh God,
that's all she did. She goes in there and she takes an absolute shit on her boss's desk, and she gets arrested. For it, because actually he came in. The story says that he came in and he opened the door, and he thought it was weird because his door was shut and the lights were off. So he opened his door to his office,
and it smelled like shit.
And he opened, and he said when he flipped on the lights, he caught it just in time of her taking a shit on the desk, and she kind of smiled at him or whatnot. Well, she got arrested, and she said it was totally worth it.
Oh my gosh!
Well, I mean, she's got the money to make bail.
Yeah, she's got bail now. Mm-hmm.
So my question is, if you won the lottery, what is something that you would do? That's just kind of crazy. What you win the lottery? What's the first thing you do?
Oh my gosh! You want to hear how crazy I would go? Yeah. I would invest half of it in a savings account.
Very exciting stuff.
Woo!
Half of it into a savings account.
Oh,
how many don't though? See, that's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking. The people who win the lottery are known to blow their money.
Yeah.
In a ridiculous way. Yeah. This lady's starting off blowing some of it on
bail.
On bail for her shitting on someone's death.
Right, that's why I'm going to go ahead and
that doesn't bode well for what she's going to be doing.
I set half of it aside so that whenever I do decide, like, I'm just going to go crazy with it, I'd probably, like, travel all across the country. I'd put part of it into making more films and more costumes and all this random shit.
Yeah, that's what I would do.
But I wouldn't just blow it all. I wouldn't be like, woo, let's go get mounds of cocaine and strippers and just have a night. Which, I mean, I probably would do minus the cocaine, minus the strippers. I would just go out somewhere and get a drink.
I don't think...
I wouldn't live differently.
What would you do for me?
I would probably buy you a stick of gum.
A new shirt.
I'd
get you another canned soda for 89 cents.
Nice.
Thanks.
I don't think you guys would know. Well, you guys would know, but I don't think most people would know if I won, because I don't think I'd do anything big.
Right.
I think it would be pretty... I'd keep it to myself.
I've always thought that. I wouldn't live any more elaborate.
You would get a boat.
Hell yeah!
I know you'd get a boat.
I'd get a boat. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'd want a boat.
And then you'd get a beach house.
No, I mean not a boat. I'd want a vessel, a seagoing vessel.
That's gonna be that's a lot of maintenance.
Yeah,
that's not good. It's not.
So
it's not just like having.
I want a boat. Well,
he's gonna save all of his money just for that boat.
I want a boat that can go out to the ocean.
Yeah, most boats can do that. That's kind of what boats are for.
There are different boats. There are bass boats. There are John boats. There are pontoon boats.
I think those all can work in the ocean.
Yeah.
No, you can't take those out in the ocean.
You can take them in the canal.
But I don't want to do that. I want to go in the ocean.
That is still technically the ocean. Yeah, don't look at me like that. It's the ocean still.
All right,
I'm sorry. Do fish?
It's a canal.
Saltfish swim in the ocean. They also swim in the canal too.
I want to go out to the big waves. The big waves. You know what's funny? I do.
You would hate that.
I do get seasick.
You know what would be fun is like a jet ski. I've never been on one, but those look so fun.
Those are a lot of fun until you crash it.
Yeah,
I want to buy.
Then you just want to die.
Do you remember like a few years ago there was a big thing where everybody's crashing their
jet skis?
Their jet skis.
Mm-hmm.
Like Usher's kid got killed in one, and then it was like a bunch of others.
Usher's kid got killed?
I think so.
What?
On a jet ski?
I think so.
Dang.
Yeah, and like that summer, there was a bunch of other celebrities who
got killed on a jet ski.
Got killed, or their family got killed. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I want to buy a yacht with a flag say "chillin' the most" and rock that bitch up and down the coast.
Oh my god.
Okay, here's something for your boat. Most boats. I come from a place where there's a lot of boats.
Yes.
From Cape Cod, there was like a harbor town, so I saw boats all the time.
Yeah.
Everybody names their boats.
Yes.
Some are good, some are horrible. What would you name your boat?
I don't know.
Big booty boat.
Big booty hoe.
Big booty hoe.
Yeah.
Booty hoe.
Big boaty hoe?
It has to have some kind of boat-related reference in the title.
That's lame.
Or some kind of water-related thing. Like you have like mermaid boats and
Mermaid boats.
Well, like, yeah, people would be like, oh, the mermaid vessel.
That would be the perfect name for your boat. Just mermaid boat.
Mermaid.
There's Justin on his mermaid boat. There's going to the ocean.
I call it the merman.
The merman.
The merman.
The merman.
The merfolk.
You should call it Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy.
Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy. I do. I mean, how cool would that be? Where we can all get on the boat and like
just party up and down the coast.
I was my grandfather had a boat. Not a big boat, but I spent a lot of time with my childhood on boats.
On a boat.
I like boats on lakes. I don't like boats in the ocean. I'm just not an ocean person. Like I love the beach. I love being near the water. I like being in like the water like knee deep. But whenever it comes to the big waves,
that's so much fun. That's so much fun to ride on though. Speaking from experience, on like a normal sort of personal sized boat.
Oh, that makes
sense. In the ocean, just going and like just taking those waves and just bouncing on them.
Because we went out in the middle of the ocean like right before this huge storm was coming, and it was for scattering the ashes of 2 of my deceased relatives. And the people that were driving the boat were Navy men, and so they were just like going at the waves. The boat was coming out of the water. It was terrifying. I said, "I'm going to die today."
No,
like, I was getting splashed, and the boat was like tipping under. I was like, well, "All right."
Did they know what you guys were there to do?
Yeah.
Because that seems like an insensitive thing to do.
But it was a really magical thing, though, because we had them in these biodegradable turtles. And they both love sea animals, and they both love dolphins. And whenever we released them, it was like cloudy and shit, and the sky literally parted. There were 2 rainbows, and then 2 dolphins started swimming as soon as we did it. I was like, wow, this is just a magical moment.
Yeah, definitely.
So it was worth it. It was worth it.
I went deep sea fishing with my uncle once.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And I had a good time while the boat was in motion. But as soon as the boat stopped, we get out there, and as soon as the boat stopped, it's just that constant up and down.
Yeah, definitely.
Up. And I was looking I could see Wrightsville Beach off in the distance, and I could see the horizon. So all I see is Wrightsville Beach going up and Wrightsville Beach going down. And up and down. And next thing you know, I start getting lower in the boat and lower in the boat. And I finally told him, I said, could we just turn on the boat and just move around for a little bit?
Yeah.
And as soon as I pretty much said that, I just threw up all over into the water and everything.
Did you have green apples?
Green apples?
Yes.
No.
They help with seasickness.
You know what didn't help is that the fact that for a snack my uncle was eating sardines. That didn't help my cause.
No.
But I threw up everywhere, and then I like laid down in the back of the boat and was clutching a Diet Dr. Pepper.
Oh my god.
Man.
But as long as the boat was in motion, I was good.
But what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to stare at just a horizon. You're not supposed to, I think what was stopping was the constant up and down of the city.
Mm-hmm. I was just watching all the buildings go up and watching them go down and watching them go up and watching them go down. And that's about the time bless you.
Every time.
Every show.
I'm just allergic to Justin. It's just
she's allergic to greatness.
No, I'm allergic to BS.
Oh my god. Well, then it ain't me.
Well, it's gotta be. It's only around you. No, it's Cat. I'm allergic to Frank.
Right, my cat, Mr. Frank Rogers, the little shit.
He's horrible.
But yeah, I would want a boat. I'd want a boat with a cabin in it and stuff.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
I don't begrudge you a boat.
Yeah.
I just don't think you've thought it all the way through.
What do you mean I haven't thought it all the way through?
Well, clearly you haven't. You don't know all the maintenance that it comes with it because you're like, I'm going to get a boat, and no, if you're going to get a boat, that's like $3 million.
Where are you going to store it? You're going to have
in
to
the water.
You're gonna all year round.
I don't want a huge. I want like a 27 to maybe 30 foot boat.
Would you keep it out in Beaufort?
What?
Would you keep it out in Beaufort?
Beaufort would be cool.
But even that size, you need to maintain it.
Exactly.
And store it. And paint it.
Well, I would also maybe hire someone to do that. I don't know.
Yeah. How much money are we talking about in this little fantasy?
Because I know I said million, but how many millions?
All right, so you win $3 million, just like the lady who shit on the disc. Okay. You win $3 million.
Do either of you know the whole tax? Because I don't understand that exactly. Whenever someone wins, it's like, okay, how much?
You can either take it all at once, or you can have your money spread out in increments, which is what I would do. I would want my money spread out in increments. They give you payments. You can either take all your money at one time, but they tax the shit out of you. But if you do it in increments, it's a smaller tax. And then you get all of the money I think you were owed.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
I'd do increments. I would save half of it each week.
Yeah, and then
do you use the increments?
I think they choose it.
They choose it.
Oh, okay.
But that way, it's like you're getting a little paycheck, you know, and you're not like all of a sudden I got $3 million, I'm gonna go hog shit wild.
There was a guy.
Like that one woman didn't chat on the desk.
Yeah, this way you're getting you're getting
desk shit wild.
You're getting desk shit wild. This way you're getting at least money.
Yeah.
Often.
There was a dude who won it, and he bought like 40 ATVs, and then had no money. So yeah,
I want 40 ATVs.
Oh, he was
resell them.
He was. I think he was like in Texas. He was one of those. You know,
Oh, in Texas.
I think I would buy
one of those Texas millionaires.
I think I would buy me a girlfriend. I would buy.
Go in the Trump route.
I'm going the Trump route. Yeah, I'd get me a nice Russian. And
I would probably buy a translator to speak to your new wife.
Right.
Splurge a little more for one that can speak English.
Yeah, splurge a little more. Spend the money.
Well, you wouldn't need a person at that time. You could just go find any woman that's like a gold digger and just be like, "Hey, I have money." And well, hello.
I'd buy more camera equipment,
or like you could save yourself for a real relationship. That's just me.
Yeah.
That's boring.
I can't imagine buying anybody.
Right.
Even friends.
Like, I have a hard time, like, whenever someone buys me food, I'm like, oh, I feel like I owe you something, like some kind of ownership.
Yeah.
It's weird.
I felt that way on the 89-cent Coke can.
Yeah. You're like, what do I do now?
What do I do?
One time I went, I don't remember where it was, but I went with Audra and our friend Willie, and we went to one of those kinds of, like, convenience stores to use the bathroom, and the lady, as we went in there, the lady said, "You guys are buying something, you're not using the bathroom."
She wouldn't let you use the bathroom?
No. And we were gonna buy a drink anyway, but it was like, but she like preempted what we were gonna do. And it's like, now we don't like you at all. Now I don't want to buy anything.
Could I tell you? One time I had to take a massive shat.
Was your boss's desk anywhere?
No, but one time we went to a restaurant. I don't know if I want to say the name of the restaurant.
Just say it.
Ruby Tuesdays.
Okay.
Right. I ate at Ruby Tuesdays. Before I was done paying the check, I was like, I gotta take a shit.
Yeah.
Okay? But I was in like 2 towns over. Okay. And so it was one of those deals where you're driving and everyone who could possibly get in your way gets in your way.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, clutching the wheel, squeezing the cheeks, and trying to make
like you have to like focus on your breathing.
You're going into contractions.
I know, going into contractions. You know what I mean? I'm about to give birth to like Ruby Tuesday's thing.
Oh my god!
So I'm going down the road,
Ruby Tuesday.
But I'm like, it's cool. But I'm like, it's cool because I know a gas station halfway. I'm gonna go in there. I'm gonna light that thing up.
Yeah.
Damn.
So I pull into the gas station. I just penguin waddled over to the door, right?
Yeah.
And as soon as I get to the door, it has a sign on there: no public restrooms.
Oh god.
Yeah, and I was just like, oh my god! So
that's when you go to the owner and you say, look, do you want shit in your bathroom or shit on your floor?
That's up to you.
Yeah, you're gonna have my shit somewhere.
So I couldn't use it, and I've already kind of relaxed because I knew I was like about to do it.
Oh no, you've let down the defenses.
Yeah, so I let down the defenses. So now I have to get back in the car and I have to get back on the road, and I got to drive another 8 miles to Fuquay. I get to Fuquay. I pull the car into the driveway. I open the door.
He doesn't even turn off his car.
I don't turn off the car. I don't shut the car door.
Yeah.
I leave the front door standing wide open and hit the first bathroom down there and just leave that door open and just go right there. Everything is open.
Why didn't you go to the one at Ruby Tuesdays?
That's a good question. That is a good question.
You had one right there.
Question of the day.
Well, I panicked.
Okay.
I had to poop.
Well, speaking of poop stories, actually, this doesn't have anything to do with shit. But I went to the hospital a few months ago, and the doctor came in, and he was like, "All right, we need to discuss your bowel movements." And I was like already on medication. I was like, "Oh man, we gonna do some shit talking." I was so happy, and Nick was just sitting there ready to punch me in the face. He's like, "Oh my god, take this seriously."
I don't know what I'd do in that situation.
If you had to poop and you couldn't?
No. If I had to talk about it, because there's nothing really to talk about.
Sometimes I'll just be like, hey, did you have like regular bowel movements? Like, do you like go once or twice a day?
What's regular?
You go at least once every 2 days is regular.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's what I say, because there are times where I go a whole day without taking a poop.
Right. It's like once every 2 days is regular.
Okay.
Going like 4 times a day is not good. Going like once a week is not good. Right. So it all depends. Just make sure you drink water.
I thought you meant like the quality of it.
Well, that too. I mean, it doesn't really like matter unless you're going in there for like really weird digestive issues. But I think as long as it's not green like all the time, you're good. As long as it doesn't have blood in it, you're good. I don't know why we got onto this topic. I don't know why I know so much about it too. Right. Because I get so curious about it. So I ask the doctors and they tell me.
I knew this really weird girl who used to what?
Really weird girl?
Weird girl. Oh, weird girl. I knew this really weird girl. That's harder to
spelling bee.
That's harder to say. That's hard to say.
Really weird girl?
Really weird girl.
Oh my god. Yeah. Describe the taste of cinnamon.
No, we're not doing this.
Just do it. He can't say
Synonymy.
He can't say cinnamony.
Cinnamon. Oh, maybe I can't either.
Synonymy.
Wait.
Synonymy.
Wait, okay. You say it the proper way?
Cinnamony.
Cinnamony. Okay, I got it.
The first time he said
Simony.
He was like, synonymony. I was like, what?
I can't say that.
Because we went to a restaurant. The woman brings out these rolls, and she's like, we can either have butter or cinnamon butter. And I was like, oh man, this is really good. And Justin was like, yeah, it's really synonymy. And I was like, you mean cinnamon? Oh my god, try again. I'm sorry. Fun side story. Continue.
So a weird girl.
Weird girl.
I knew this
weird girl.
I knew this weird girl who she could only poop
dictionaries. Sorry,
she could only poop once a week, and she would actually send.
Why do you know this?
But she would send me the pictures.
What?
I'm telling you. What? I'm telling you. No. I said she was weird. Did I not?
That's not.
Did I not?
That is not a strong enough word for this girl.
She is oddly peculiar.
She had some kind of like. Disease.
She had some like weird fecal matter going on her head.
She had some kind of like weird disease where she could like not poop, but it would when it came out, it was like 3 to 4 feet long. And sometimes she had to go to the hospital to help get it out. So she would, I swear to God, one day randomly, this is back with the old flip phone. So I'm sitting there.
Did you have the screen on the outside?
Yeah.
Where it's like, bloop, new message.
So one day I'm
You didn't know that shit was about to get real.
And so I get a message and I look at it and I'm like, oh, it's from, and I look at it and there's literally like this snake looking like thing curled up in the toilet, and she's just like, just did it, all proud and everything. And I was just like, this is weird.
What did you say back?
I didn't know what to say back.
You should have said like, let's not discuss this fecal matter.
Yeah. I actually don't remember what I said back. I might not have said anything at all if I don't remember. I noticed it was shortly after that I didn't talk to her much anymore.
Right.
Oh my god.
What led to her like sharing this with you?
How did you even get on the conversation of her bowel movements?
Well, she said that she had the disease thing, and she would talk about pooping all the time.
How was that brought up? Like, was you just like, hi, my name is such and such. I can't shit but once a week.
No.
By the way, I'll keep you posted when it happens.
I'll let you know.
We were friends. She lived in the neighborhood I grew up in.
Oh,
and,
okay.
It was one of those kinds of things.
So
gotcha.
we
How
hung
old
out.
were you? I just pictured this being something like high school. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it was high school.
That's not acceptable.
Yeah.
I was 16.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
That's weird.
It was It was my. Yeah, I was 16 years old. It was that summer. It was the summer because I would go over there. I would go over there every day, and
most 16-year-olds take photos of themselves with like friends and stuff instead of bowel movements.
She would send me pictures of her shit. I mean, I'm telling you, it was weird.
#blessed.
It was very weird, and she was very weird. I mean, she was very strange.
Well, I hope that her issues have been taken care of.
Well, she popped out something else. She popped out a baby recently, so.
I know exactly who this is then.
I thought you meant something else came out of her ass.
Well, I mean, like a snake.
So she shit something else out.
No.
Her baby.
Fun thing I saw today. It's like 65 some days until the state fair, which I saw people were talking about it. They were all excited. For me, that's just 65 days until all hell breaks loose.
It just reminds me of an old job I used to have.
Yeah, you actually worked at the state fair.
I sure did.
You were the kettle corn chick.
I sold kettle corn for 2 months, and then I also would flip my arms around my head for $5.
Flip my arms for $5.
Like, I'll show you something freaky for $5.
I used to hold. You know what? I used to hold a sign in high school. I was they called it a shaker boarder. I held those guys standing on the streets with the signs.
Yeah.
Yeah, but mine was a Little Caesars one, and mine said $5 hot and ready. So people would ride by. Yeah, people would ride by and they'd honk and they'd be like, "Are you $5 hot and ready?"
I'm sure that didn't get old.
No, it never did.
Oh my gosh.
I heard it.
Fresh material all the time.
I heard it constantly.
Yeah.
But anyway, the fair's coming up, and we were talking about rides not that long ago. You know, those rides. Yeah. I don't like them. I don't approve of them. I'm scared to death of rides, and not just rides at a state fair. I'm scared to death of all rides.
Yeah, even.
Well, it's because they're constantly torn down and put back up. And I don't know if you've ever taken apart a wooden piece of furniture that you built. As soon as you unscrew it and you try to screw it back in, it's all like wonky, messed up. The wood starts to break, and that's just after one time.
Yeah.
Imagine rebuilding and disassembling and reassembling these machines.
Yeah.
Over and over again. And it's also run by like 17-year-olds that are just smoking pot all the time.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Well, there was
some of them are cool.
Well, there was the incident not that long ago where the guy just while the ride was going on deactivated seatbelts.
He sure did. Because he was bored and he wanted to see what would happen.
Was that the one here?
That was 2 or 3 years ago.
A few years ago in North Carolina.
Yeah, that happened. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I don't actually remember what happened because I remember they opened up a criminal investigation. And I don't know what ever came of that.
Do you enjoy rides?
I used to love them, but as I got older, I've valued my life a little bit more.
Yeah.
I really, like, honestly, like, not to be funny, I used to just not even think about it, but now it's all I think about.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, I don't want to die for this.
Well, I just get sick on them. I get motion sickness really easy. So like that's why I don't like them. I just get sick on them, and they freak me out. I don't like the ones that go upside down and all this stuff. And I remember one year at the state fair actually.
The year that you and I were at the fair at the same time, but didn't know each other, and you probably saw me selling kettle corn,
right?
And I probably saw you.
Who's the strange chick over there flipping arms for $5? I want nothing to do with her.
But it was the same day that I was working.
Yeah.
And you were there.
I was there. Mm-hmm. But we were actually talking about this not that long ago. We were actually at Topsail Island the same week as well.
Before we met each other.
Life has always been trying to.
Right.
But yeah, I was taking Audra around the fair. It was her, and back when she was dating this other guy, I can't remember his name.
He's not important.
Not important. I think it was Mark or something like that. I don't know.
Whatever.
But anyway, we were going around with them, and Audra is ride crazy. You know this.
Yeah, she loves them.
She loves them.
I'm wondering if she'll eventually get to value
her
life the same way I value mine.
Well, anyway, I was going around with them, and we were getting on all these rides, and so I was doing one ride after the other with them, and finally we get on the Himalaya, and we're going around. You know what the Himalaya is?
Yes.
Right? It's the thing that goes around in a circle.
Yes.
Yeah.
And we're going around and around and around, and I'm thinking, oh my god, I'm feeling sick, but this thing's gonna be good, and we're gonna be all right. But then it starts to come to a stop, and I'm like, we're good.
Yeah.
We're good. I'm gonna get off this thing, and I'm just gonna be done. I'm not riding any more rides. Then the sumbitch starts going backwards.
Yeah.
It goes in reverse. Because we're starting to slow down, and I'm like, oh, we're good. We're about to get off this thing.
Nope.
We're going to be good. No. Damn thing starts going around backwards. When we get off, people are standing. Try to picture this. It was kind of rainy that day, so I'm wearing a poncho.
You don't have to wear ponchos.
No more of the story. I'm done. All I need is to hear is I was wearing a poncho.
It protects you. They're great. It keeps the water off of you.
I'm sure you were just a ladies' man. I'm sorry, continue. Do I have a problem with ponchos? Yes, I do, but please continue.
Ponchos are awesome. So I'm wearing, but I'll tell you why ponchos are awesome.
It's a human Ziploc.
Yeah.
Without a zipper.
It's basically sticking your head through a trash bag.
So, listen, you're going to love the poncho after this.
Okay.
It saved my life.
Did you
poncho.
open it?
Well,
oh, I know where this is going.
So I get off the ride, and you have to imagine there's all these people waiting to get on this thing. And I get off, and I'm standing there, and Audra's like, I think it was her. She looked at me, she's like, "Are you okay?" And I was like, yes. Puked everywhere. All over me, all over everything. And I'm like running across the thing to get to a trash can. I'm like puking in the trash can. It's all over the poncho.
Yeah.
But that was the great thing, though.
Is that you can just remove the poncho.
Remove the poncho. And
I thought you were going to say you picked the poncho and caught it all in the poncho.
See, that's what I was expecting.
I kind of did, because like, I kind of like did like one of these, like, oh, blah, and it kind of like went all over the poncho. But
gotcha. But you didn't like basket it.
So I set our mom.
That would have been the considerate thing to do.
Right? Wasteful.
our mom was working that day, so I wound up just going back to her booth and sitting there sipping Pepsi the rest of the fair. So that was my favorite.
But that night, that was whenever, was it the zipper that broke?
I believe it was.
There was one ride where one of the attachments just came off and the two people that were in it just died.
Oh, here?
Mm-hmm.
What? Yeah. I didn't hear about this.
That was whenever I was 17, so that was 6 years ago.
Yeah, that was a long time ago.
Mm-hmm.
It happens.
I went on the Goliath, I think is what it's called. That's it was in California. I don't know if it still is, but for a while it was the biggest roller coaster in either the world or in the U.S. I went on that when I was like 12, I think, and I loved it. I thought it was great.
That's
There's
awesome.
no way I'd do that now.
I think
There's no way.
Yeah, my fear that comes from the rides was just because I was only introduced to the state fair rides, and whenever I was like 10 years old, there was one ride that like you go up and up and up, and then you stop and it just drops you straight down. Well, we went up and up and up and up and up, and then it got locked. So I was up there for 8 minutes, and I was like, well, I mean, thankfully it was this ride that fucked up for me.
Yeah,
because it could have been anything else, and I could have gotten hurt. I could have died. Anything else.
I just don't like them because fat people don't do very good on them. I mean, I was the guy that they would have to. I would sit in there, and the guy would have to spend extra time shoving me into the bar thing.
Right, and it wouldn't like click right.
You know what I mean? And everybody's waiting on the fat kid to get seated.
I'm sorry.
You know, and then the whole time I'm just like, when it's going around, I'm just jiggling. I'm just jiggling as I'm going around.
Emerald Point has weight limits now on their rafts because they kept popping because of the overweight population that was going on these rides.
Why is it? Okay, hang on. I'm going to talk about my people real quick. Yeah. So, why is it that fat people always have to drive the smallest cars, and then airplanes? They don't make seats big enough for some of the asses that have to sit in these things.
I sat next to a really, really fat guy one time on a plane, but he was really considerate because he was like holding his arm because it was like spilling over.
Clear, yeah. Oh
so
man.
I'm cool with
you cool with the fat. You cool with that.
You cool with.
I'm cool with
this also poses the other, like the reverse population, where the tiny people get the really big cars.
Oh right.
Like my ex's mom, she was like 5 foot maybe, and she drove like the biggest Escalade that they had on the lot, and like watching her drive it was like watching a 16-year-old learning to get their license again.
Yeah.
Sweetest woman ever. But I was like, what?
I think there's just, to some people, just trying to like prove a point to themselves. Like the fat guy's thinking, I'm not that fat. Look at me getting this little car. And like the little people, like, look, I'm not that small. I can handle this big
thing. Look at how much space I can take. Yeah.
So I think
this woman one time going down the road in a smart car had the steering wheel up around here by her boobies, and she was turning kind of like with her chin.
Well, I mean, it's kind of like why I want to buy a Fiat, even though I'm like ridiculously long. I want to fit inside this tiny
little car. Yeah. You are really tall.
You know what's horrible is those cubes.
Gosh! I hate the cubes.
Have you noticed that the window on one of the sides doesn't? It goes all the way around.
Yeah, it like loops.
But then the other side doesn't have that. So they've made
a blind spot.
They've made a blind spot. I guess just for the sake of what it looks like, but it looks horrible anyway.
Priuses have a lot of blind spots. That is just a statement. That
Your poor little Prius is getting the hell beat out of it.
It's gone to shit. It's gone to hell and back. You can't open the trunk. One side got hit by some person at a gas station. Another side, this is a great story, where I was in a parking lot and this car just comes up and I was like, oh shit. And he T-bones me and rams the back of my car. And I was like, oh my gosh. Like I was like, what happened? So I pull over and I'm freaking out. I had never actually been in an accident by myself. I'd always been the passenger or in the back seat, so I never had to deal with it. And this guy comes up, he like literally just walks out his car, he's like, hey, how you doing? I'm sorry that happened. You don't need to call the police, it's cool. And I was like, okay, well, can I just like write down your insurance and your like name and stuff? And he was like, oh yeah, sure. Like, don't call the police though. Like he kept emphasizing don't call the police.
That's
when
you call the police.
Yeah.
And I was wondering, and like, but I had just been hit, and like I think I don't know what happened.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, yeah, and like my job teaches me to say yes and. So I was like, okay, sure, let's just do this.
Yeah.
And he was like, okay, nice. As soon as I said, okay, fine, I won't call the police. And he's like, okay, good. This was my third accident in 6 weeks. And I was like, oh my
Wow.
God. And so I looked at his license. He was like 89 or something. And he had a passenger, and the passenger got out. He was this redneck dude. And he was just like hitting on me the whole time. I'm like, sir, your friend literally just hit my car. I have nothing to do with you.
Right.
And they got up and they drove away. And so I finally called the Wilmington police. And I was just like, hey, this is a thing that happened. So they went to investigate.
Yeah.
And then I called his insurance. And within 2 weeks, I got a call back from them. They're like, we're sorry, we think that our client has passed away because he's not responding. And I was like, oh my gosh, well, you need to fix my door. They're like, okay, well, get back to us within the month. And I was like,
yeah.
So it's still not fixed.
Damn.
That's what I told her, though, because she called me when that happened, and we were talking about it. And I was like, so what did the police say? You know, and she was like, well, I didn't call them. I was like,
Yeah.
So now you know. Always call the police, no matter, even if it's just a minor thing.
I got into a little bit of an actual, as I was a passenger with my mom, and we called the cop, and the cop was drunk.
Oh my god!
He showed up, like, he smelled like beer, and he was just kind of giggly, and I was like, oh, what's going on, guys?
Oh my gosh.
That's
That's unprofessional.
We're still going to Connecticut, right? Are we going to Connecticut?
I think so, yeah.
Are we taking that Prius?
We are taking that Prius.
Yeah, we're going to take the Prius up to Connecticut.
I mean, even though it's been beat to hell and back,
it's proven it can handle it.
Oh, it is amazing.
Yeah.
I put $8 in my tank today. It was almost on E, and it filled up over halfway.
Wow.
I love my car.
If we do end up going to Connecticut, because we're supposed to go see
Jerry Springer.
Jerry Springer.
What's Jerry Springer doing?
His show.
He still does. I thought
He's still, he's his 25th anniversary.
What?
Yep, he still does shows.
I saw him on CNN a few weeks ago. He's really super, super cool.
He's the coolest guy
He
ever.
is, and he's
like
pretty
78.
smart.
And there was one time, like usually on his show, he like jokes around and stuff. But there was one episode where he's like, "Look, I'm 78 years old, such and such and such." He gave them actual advice, and I was like, "Oh my gosh!"
Oh yeah, he seems like a really cool guy.
Yeah.
I didn't know he was doing a show though. I thought that I know he has like a radio show. I think.
Oh, that's I didn't know he did it either because Ari called me and told me that she got tickets to the Jerry Springer show.
Right.
I emailed them. I was like, my dad and I watch it all the time. My dad, being a minister, loves to watch people just be ignorant, which is great. And like, it's kind of like Maury, but instead of who's the father, it's like who's the bigger idiot.
Yeah.
And I emailed them. I was like, I just graduated from UNCW with my 3rd degree. I would like to use my degree to study people being idiots. And they personally called me and said, we have 2 tickets for you.
Nice.
I said, yes.
Nice. That's very cool.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to it if we do end up going.
How long does that go? Because I know the shows are like an hour long, but in studio.
Recording, well, we have to be there at 10:40, and we probably won't leave until like 2 or 3 o'clock.
Oh, well, that's cool.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
not
it's
just
usually-
like a 45-minute thing.
No, it's usually like long sessions. Like we have to go in, you have to get checked in. Sometimes they'll do hair and makeup, depending on the show. Some audience members usually like Dr. Phil. Sometimes they'll just be like dressed nicely, and then like if they see someone that needs a touch up, they'll touch up people. So they treat you like an extra, which is really cool. Except you don't get paid,
Right.
but you don't have to pay for it. So that's like win-win.
Yeah.
Ari wants me to get my Jerry beads.
Do you know how you get your Jerry
I
beads?
do know.
Yeah.
That. I think you should. We should. Okay. Are you gonna do the gaffer tape thing that we wanted to do first?
Yeah. Well, I don't know. We never got the 50s.
Well, we didn't. But do you want to put all that on display?
Yeah, do you want to put all the hair on display, or do you want to like...
Not really. Maybe I should.
Yeah, we should just gaff tape it.
Okay. Yeah, I can't audience members ask questions?
Yes, you can do a talk back.
You gotta think of a question.
Well, we don't have questions. What you do is the people will come back onto the stage, and you'll, like, if you see, like, 2 women that are fighting over a dude, you can just be like, thing 1 and thing 2 need to get out of Dr. Seuss's book. And then you're like, oh, shit, that's so funny. That's all you do.
Yeah.
What are you gonna say anything?
I'm gonna say, if I have something, I'll be like, Jerry, I have 2 things, and the first thing will be whatever it is to the insult them, and I'll be like, also, my dad's a minister, so I can't do it, but can my friend get his Jerry beads?
Yeah.
So Justin will have to do it, or else he'll look like a douche.
Yeah. I wonder if the...
I'll do it.
Yes!
I wonder if the comments are scripted.
I think the whole thing is scripted.
Well, yeah, but I mean the comments of the
the talkbacks? No.
You
There's some people like, they're like, hey, you look stupid, and then they give the microphone away, and I'm like, wow, you nailed it, dude.
Oh, so it's not always good.
No.
Okay,
sometimes they're just terrible.
Right.
And also, the ones that they show on TV are not the only ones that they have.
Right.
They usually pick like the best 5 or the best 6, and sometimes, like, if they don't have enough good ones, they'll just throw in the ones that they're just like, ugh, whatever.
Yeah. Sometimes I imagine sometimes the worst ones are probably the most entertaining.
Right.
Because people do like to see someone make a fool of themselves.
Right.
I'm excited about going because I've never been to like a live taping of a show before.
No.
I haven't either.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. It's just so far away. It's in Connecticut.
Sure is.
It's 8.5
I think that's where a lot of them are up north. I think Maury's like New York, right?
You know what? I would love to go see Stephen Colbert. He's one of my favorite comedians.
Oh, gosh. What does he do now? Late night?
Late night, yeah.
Is that New York?
That's New York.
Okay.
He's one of my favorite comedians.
Yeah. Those shows are interesting. What's the guy that used to be on SNL that hosts a late night show? You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Who does the voice impression?
Jimmy Fallon.
Yes, Jimmy Fallon. He has like 2 different recordings. Like he has recordings for his opening. Like you can sign up to watch him rehearse his opening monologue or to be part of the audience that watches the opening monologue. Like it's interesting.
Oh, very neat.
It's neat, yeah. That's how they make a lot of money.
I think you would make a good comedian.
Oh, I think so too. Actually, this is interesting. The other day, it was actually like maybe a week or 2 ago, I was talking to one of my friends. They're like, oh, you're out of college, what do you want to do? And I was like, well, I want to start trying new things, and I've never done stand-up comedy besides playing music and making fun of people, so I want to try just straight up stand-up. And he said, no, you're too pretty to be a female comedian. I said, what? Okay, can you be too pretty to be a comedian?
Well, there's
if you're
Sarah Silverman is probably the hottest comedian I know.
She's really pretty, but she's also really funny.
Yeah. She's very funny.
Well,
it certainly isn't Lisa Lampanelli.
Oh my gosh.
Is she a comedian though? I mean, that's being a little generous. But if you're funny, you're funny. But don't you think ugly, funny people will get mad at handsome or pretty, funny people? It's kind of like, hey, this is all I've got going. You don't have to be funny.
Yeah.
You can just be pretty. I can't be anything but funny.
Like, looks don't last forever. So,
true.
Like, I know that I'm not going to be a model person forever. And also...
I am.
Okay. That's my thing about modeling. Being a model, anyone can be a model because Photoshop nowadays is incredible.
Oh, yeah.
So, it's not me that looks that good.
You think I can
it's
be a model?
Photoshop that does. Totally. You could totally be a model.
Yeah?
Yeah. We just got to gaff tape your chest.
You could model ponchos.
You can model
Let's give me a poncho model.
You're a model citizen. Look at you. No, I'm just kidding.
I was getting nervous the other day at that thing because the thing we did on Saturday, the music video, because they were all taking pictures and modeling, and she's like, "Hey, do you want to model? Would you do it with your shirt off?" And I was like, and then the subject changed again, and I was like, "Good, I got out of that."
Oh yeah, because my friend Rob and my friend Sean, they're both like really into fitness, and so whenever they take their shirts off, it's just like those old Abercrombie and Fitch models, and you're just like, and you're like, well, all right.
It was
I gotta throw singles every time. Like I
gotta make it rain.
I told them they're both walking around with their abs out, and I was like, I have abs. They're just down here protected.
And Sean was like, yeah, they're just being protected.
Yeah,
I knew a kid in high school who's really he looked fat. He was definitely round, but he was he just had a weird body, but he was really fit, and his belly was perfectly like, round, but it was just one big round like muscle. Yeah.
Nice.
It wasn't cut. It was just like a slab of muscle.
And also some people can have abs and just look really odd. Like I worked with this one model. His abs were like spaced out. They had weird sectioning. I was like, what did you do?
Yeah, it looks fake. Some people's abs like curve.
Yeah.
It goes like, it hooks a little right or a little left. And it's kind of like you...
And not all of them are like right next to each other. Some people have the ones that are just layered, like...
Yeah.
I've never seen my abs.
No. I used to have them in high school, but I kind of let myself go once I came down south.
You know what?
Well,
that's the South.
It happens down here.
You're trying to camouflage in. That's what it is.
That's not that hard to do. Speaking of coming down south, Donald Trump was back in the South again. You know, North Carolina is a battleground state.
Yeah.
I'm personally offended. He came to my territory at UNCW today.
Did you want to go see him?
No, but a lot of my friends, what they did out of protest, half of them reserved tickets and didn't go, and the other half reserved tickets and went holding up signs.
What were your friends protesting gonna do? Were they just gonna stand outside?
They just sat outside holding up signs, being like, "Hey, you suck."
Well.
I was like, all right, get your point across. No, but like people would reserve the names with really funny names. Like there was this one guy who wrote, what was it? It was like GU H something. It was like Hugh. And then the last name was Jass, so it was Hugh Jass.
Hugh Jass. I'm looking for Hugh Jass.
And then there was Gall, Gall, and then E period, and then MCCOX HUGE, so it was like golly, my cock's huge. Like, people were just ridiculous.
I actually really would have loved to have gone and seen that in person.
Do you know? Have you noticed that every time he has a small crowd, he has to explain why it's small to everybody?
Yeah.
He can't just do his thing with a small. He's got to be like, hey, they're not letting people in. Usually we have so many. There's thousands waiting outside, but they won't let it. Like, he wants to make sure everybody knows, like, I didn't just draw a small crowd. People love me, but it's someone else who's keeping them away from me.
I saw 2 video footages of people outside of this thing today, and it was a huge crowd of protesters, and then the people that were on the opposite side, the ones that were the supporters, were maybe like 3 or 4.
I think it is.
He went to the wrong town.
Yeah, total. Oh yeah, Wilmington is this huge liberal place.
Oh yeah,
he went to the wrong town.
Well, and I imagine a lot of people are already not in the best of moods after McCrory pretty much destroying it.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm. Do you think? I have a question for the group.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Do you think it should be mandatory to take a psych evaluation to become president? Because if you think about it, there is no psych evaluation to become president. Mm-hmm. And if you're in the military or police or any kind of type thing like that, you have to take a psych evaluation. And when you become president, you have literally just become the guy in charge of the military. You are the commander and the chief. Yeah. You make the decisions for the military.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Shouldn't you have some type of psychological evaluation? Because I know it's been coming up a lot lately that Donald Trump is not fit for office.
Right.
Yeah, and sorry, continue.
100% yes, you should have to be evaluated. That's just, yes.
But yes. You know, they were suggesting that he wasn't fit mentally, and then as soon as that became a thing, his attack against Hillary was that he doesn't think she was fit mentally. Like, he can't even formulate
his own thoughts.
Yeah. I just thought that was kind of stupid.
It's kind of like, oh, you're ugly. Well, you're ugly. Your mom, and you're like, oh my god.
Well, that's.
But I don't know. I don't know though, because what would that?
I mean, if you're going to be in charge, like, if you have all this access to all this power, and then, like, if you have, like, everyone's main issue is launch codes. If he has these launch codes, what if someone that had this, like, unique fascination with explosives was just like, I want to see them all go off at once? Like, what if they just launched them all?
Yeah, I think I don't necessarily disagree with you, but I feel like if anything's wrong with them mentally, it's going to come out before they even get to the election, which it has with
right.
him.
Oh yeah.
Well, then I also think then that voter registration should have a mental stability check because some people are going to vote and they're going to vote the wrong way and they're going to vote for someone that they think is just.
Yeah, it's definitely a tricky situation
because he's nuts. I mean, you know the whole thing about the baby, right? Yeah, he threw the baby out of the rally.
Yeah.
And then, I mean, you know about this, right? Do you know about this?
No, I do not. No. So this is the first time I heard that he threw a baby out of a rally.
He's at a rally. Well,
I thought you were going to stop and he threw a baby. I was like, oh my god, I'm not even surprised.
So there was a baby crying, and he joked about it. He was like, oh, you know, whatever. And he was like, I love babies. And then he continued talking, and then it started crying again, and he was like, no, you can get rid of it now. And then he kind of looked to the people, and he was like, she actually thought I was being serious when I said the baby was okay. Like, he sarcastically was like he was the way it sounded to me, he was kind of like how stupid she was to not get that I was joking the first time.
And now he's backpedaling on that, and he was saying that, like, come on, it was a joke. We were all laughing. We were all having a good time. He always does that.
Did she leave?
Yeah,
the baby actually left.
Yeah, and now the other day I was actually at the gym, and I was watching the news, and now he's kind of backpedaling on that, saying, well, we were all laughing and having a good time. It was just a joke. I never meant that I don't like babies.
Well, yeah, that's because his supporters, so like they're like freedom, they like guns, but they also like babies. And as soon as you insult the babies, they're like, whoa, wait a minute.
I just love that the GOP is crashing down around us.
Well, did you hear? Paul Ryan sent out a message, and in it he referred to Clinton as President Hillary Clinton.
Ooh.
Yes, he did.
Yeah.
In fact, Donald Trump's campaign manager, I was watching Colbert, and he had a clip on there, and Donald Trump's campaign manager slipped up and said something. I think it was a mistake, but it was kind of funny. He said they were talking about supporting Paul Ryan. He goes, I will think about supporting Paul Ryan, and I will also think about supporting him as a candidate for president in 2 weeks.
Oh,
and I was like, did they just let it slip that like Paul Ryan is going to be like this? Because they're trying to get Trump off the ticket.
There's a guy. I don't remember his name, but there is a guy already who's talking about it. It's not Paul Ryan though. I can't remember what his name was.
I was like, is that what their big plan is? Is to get Paul Ryan to actually?
It wouldn't work though. I mean, it's kind of like it's a little late to try to
switch up the game.
Yeah. They need to just let.
They just need to go and die quietly.
They need to. This won't be good for the country, but what would be best for them is to just let Trump fail and then try to just disrupt everything Clinton's doing the way they've done with Obama.
Right.
Just constantly try to block her the way they've blocked him. It's worked for them.
Right.
Their best asset has been being someone who sort of is involved in it and just keeps putting up hurdles.
Right. Rather than just being the leader, they can be like, no, you can't do that.
Yeah, they just try to ruin everything.
Yes.
That she wants to do. Because they can't, I mean, I don't see how they're going to be able to control Trump. Trump is not controllable.
No.
He does every now and then he goes out on prompter when they really don't want him to make a mistake. But it's so fake.
Yeah.
He's so like
when he's
absolutely he's you can tell when he's on a prompter.
Because then he actually makes sense.
Do you guys like pickles?
Yeah.
Audrey got me these the other day.
Oh, that was nice of her.
Want to try them?
No.
Want to try some pickles?
No.
You don't want a pickle?
No.
Why not?
I don't trust you.
Why?
Because you're like, hey, you want to try this random thing of fish? I was like, no.
I got these, what were they? Well, someone gave them to me. They were like fish steaks in Louisiana hot sauce.
So they're supposed to be really hot fish. And
hot
fish. Eat them. I'm like, I don't want to.
Stark as balls in here. Turn them on.
Hot Fish
They
is
smell
a
good.
sequel
I got pickle juice on my pants.
to Big Fish.
I saw Ariana do one of the weirdest things ever. One time we're eating pickles and she finished the pickles.
Oh my gosh, just whenever we first became friends.
Yeah.
And I was at his house and we had finished the entire jar of pickles and Justin was about to throw away. I was like, don't throw that away. He's like, why? And so I go and I grab a bag of Wavy Lay's chips. I was like, yeah, chips? He's like, yeah, I got some. And I crushed them up, I put them in the jar, and you eat it with a fork.
I've never heard of that before.
That is something my mom taught me to do whenever I was younger. It's a southern thing. I don't know if all my family does it, but...
Having trouble with your pickle, Ross?
Pickle's huge.
That's a huge pickle.
This is a big ass pickle.
Mine
man.
wasn't as big.
No.
Yours wouldn't be big.
These are good. All right, try them.
Mine wouldn't fit in that jar.
It's your left leg, right?
It is my left leg. These are too big for me.
They're pretty good, though.
So there is such thing as a too big pickle.
Yes, there is. If you could cut one up, I'd eat it.
I could cut one up.
Mm-hmm. You don't have to eat it.
Oh, there's a small one.
Okay. I'll eat this one.
We're eating pickles on the podcast. It's only episode 4.
Woo!
It's only the 4th episode.
It's kind of sour at the end.
Where are these made?
So you got them in Cherokee, so they do sell something other than wicker baskets, apparently.
I know where I was.
I'm so glad I asked.
I was with her when we got these, and they really are. They were like on the outskirts, though. You can get further away from the baskets, and you get to the actual stuff.
That's good. I'm a pickle connoisseur. It's like a hobby of mine. Is when I go to a town. I have to like find the local pickles and things like that.
Yeah.
I want to make my own pickles. I want to call them J Bulls Marina Deals.
I'm dripping pickle juice everywhere.
Well, look at me. I got spilt all over. I got pickle juice all over my pants.
Okay.
I got pickle juice on my pants.
Juicy pants. I'm done with it. You're welcome.
What do you think? I'm good.
Not bad.
One of the best pickles I ever had was actually in Bath, North Carolina.
Bath. Oh gosh.
Oh, Bath is
That's
another
the curse city, right?
That's another horrible place to go.
Yeah. It's not really a town.
No.
It's like a horrible collection of buildings.
Well, it was the first settled town in North Carolina, but like it's like nothing now. We drove through it, didn't even know we did.
Didn't you tell me the story of Bath?
There's a story about like some guy who cursed it.
It's cursed.
And I think it worked because that place sucks.
That place sucks.
That's because didn't you tell me that story?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, you did.
It was there was I can't. I'll be honest, I don't remember all the details, but it had something to do with
that city wanted to have a lot of the population.
Yeah, there's a church there, and they did something wrong to the minister who ran that church, and so he got back on a ship headed for England. And he told them all, he put a curse on that town saying that town would never grow. And by God, I mean, he's kind of right.
Because Bath was going to be the capital, right?
Well, yeah, because it was the first settled town, and it was the main town, and Blackbeard, the pirate.
That's the only cool thing about Bath.
Yeah.
Because that Blackbeard was there. So you're walking down those streets, and you're like, okay, a badass pirate was walking down this street.
Yo.
Yeah, he did business there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that
Blackbeard did business.
He did business with the governor.
That's a tongue twister. Blackbeard did business in Bath.
Let me try it. Blackbeard did business in Bath.
Say cinnamony.
Cinnamony. Cinnamony.
Have you? Did you go to Bath more than once?
No, only been once.
The time I was there.
Yeah.
It was super, super hot and sticky there.
Yes, it was.
And I feel like that also might have made us not like it that much.
It was miserable.
We were doing those tours.
So we had to get like a C.
Well, remember we were doing those tours of those old houses.
Yeah,
and
the old houses had no air.
Yeah, and I was standing.
Gosh!
I remember standing outside. I got like the perfect position where I had to, just because there were so many people there. I was outside, so I was like catching this like breeze. And I just stayed there. And you guys started like go deeper into the house to see stuff, and I was just kind of like chilling there.
You know what I didn't like on that trip?
Good.
You know what I didn't like on that trip? Remember when we went to the Oddities Museum?
Yeah, that
and there
place
was all those.
That place, I liked it. It was creepy and gross.
It was creepy.
Yeah, there's some gross stuff.
Yeah, I wish I still had them. I took pictures. Probably on my Facebook. I took pictures of those dolls and things.
Oh yeah, I took pictures of all those like fetuses and stuff,
in jars and stuff like that.
They had like fetuses in jars. They had like dead babies in jars.
Dead babies in jars.
Gosh.
Yeah.
Donald Trump would have loved it.
What is it about small areas and like collecting body parts and collecting things that are just dead?
They, I guess it's when you have a small population like that, they just kind of like to keep you.
I went to a horror con. I went to the horror convention up in Virginia, and there was this one booth where this woman, she had like bleached hair, super tattooed skin, and she had like all these piercings and stuff, and she was trying to be like really cool and dark and edgy, and she had a jarred lamb. It was just a baby lamb.
Jarred lamb?
In a jar. Yeah, it was a baby lamb in a jar. And it was just sitting there. And I was like, what is the fascination with this? Like, this poor thing. And everyone... Yeah, I had a friend that was like, I want to buy it. I was like, why?
No, I didn't want to buy any of that stuff. The babies were really weird. Because I think, wasn't there like a two-headed
There was
baby?
a two-headed one.
Yeah.
Okay. I can understand that one. Yeah, that one is... They did that in Sideshow a lot. Like the early Sideshow, they'd be like, here's some jarred thing. Usually it's like whenever the animal or the baby didn't live long, but it was still a unique disorder. They're like, let's just put it in a jar and show it to everybody rather than burying it.
Well, this place we went to, it was like some dude's like house. Like it was his attic.
That's so weird. Oh, that's weirder. It's his attic.
Wasn't it?
It's bad.
It was, or like his second story. It was definitely.
Yeah, you walk into.
Like he lived underneath.
Yeah, he did. You walk in and you go up these little stairs, and then the whole like second floor.
No.
Is just all this stuff.
No, thank you.
All those like.
It was kind of like
dolls.
It was kind of like the stuff you'd find at Fort Apache. It was just.
Yeah.
I was on the second story.
Ugh.
He was weird. That guy was kind of weird.
Yeah, that guy was. Well, I mean.
Nah.
Consider the source.
Yeah.
Really.
Bath was. I'm trying to think of what. It was pretty much just those two, right?
That was it.
Yeah, it wasn't very.
No, it wasn't big at all. We actually drove through it and didn't know. But they had the most amazing pickles. That's why I brought it up. They had really
nice.
I don't. Yeah, I remember. I think I had some.
Yeah.
I don't remember how good they were.
I devoured those pickles. I was just walking around eating pickles while I was looking at everything.
Do you remember that story that guy told us, that dude from your church who was biking? And he was biking like really, really hard.
Oh, yeah.
And it was like he was so exhausted and so tired. Mm-hmm. And he was like talking to us all. And he was like, I couldn't go on anymore. I was like at the end of my rope. Was exhausted. I felt dehydrated. And then you know what got me through? And I thought, of course, this guy's going to say, Jesus.
or God.
He's going to say God. He was like, the pickles got me through.
What?
And we were like, exactly, that's what I thought. And he went on like a few minutes like of just all of these pickles that saved his life.
Wow.
Because they're so like juicy, I guess. I don't
guess. So it feeds you and it
he had
hydrates
the
you.
perfect opportunity to do
a Jesus thing.
A Jesus thing. He went for the pickles.
He went for the pickles.
Pickle thing.
I usually
Don't you hate when you try to go for a Jesus thing and you reach for the pickles instead?
Honest mistake.
Could have made it about Jesus. Decided to make it about pickles. Yeah. I mean, pickles are good. Pickles
are great.
If Jesus was alive now, he'd love pickles too.
Fried pickles?
So?
Ugh, don't even get me started.
Dude. Do you know what I had the other day?
Those are great, though. I didn't know about those until about a year ago.
Ooh. Do you know what I had the other day? You're going to love this then.
Yeah.
I went to a place. There's a place called Two Guys near where I work. It's called Two Guys.
Yeah.
And
is it partnered with Five Guys?
It is not partnered with Five Guys. They don't need Five Guys.
Gotta fight.
That should be
It's run by two girls, by the way.
Yeah.
That could be their thing. They could be like, we don't need 5 guys. We got this shit done in 2.
Wow. Yes.
They have a fried pickle hamburger.
Oh.
See, I don't know about that.
That was good. That was good. It was a burger. It had fried pickle chips.
I saw. Sorry to interrupt, but I saw
the host of the show.
Well, that needed to be interrupted. Continue.
I saw the commercial for your bacon jam burger.
What?
I saw
the
it.
commercial
And it
for the Hardys?
And it looked horrible.
I ate
Did you
it
get it?
because it was new.
And they say they say bacon jam like it's normal.
Bacon jam.
They were like, oh, it comes with bacon jam.
I've never heard of bacon.
No, I don't think it exists except for at Hardee's.
Totally.
I saw it and I was like, that's that thing, that's this disgusting thing Justin told us about.
I know my jam.
You didn't like it, right?
No.
Okay, well, good.
Oh, hot damn. This is bacon jam.
Speaking of jam,
can't get it anywhere else other than here.
Do you guys like Space Jam?
Love Space Jam.
Space Jam was great.
Yeah, Space Jam was great.
That was a good film.
Do you remember that?
I do.
All right, so listen, Ari told me, she goes, think of any movie, ask me about it, probably don't know it. Isn't that what you say?
Yes.
You probably
actually
don't know
seen
it.
Space Jam?
Yeah, okay, so Nick and I played this game whenever we went to Barnes & Noble last, and we went to the 100 movie classics.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, okay, go through and count how many of these you know of, or that you've seen. And so I said, okay. So we're going through, and I got to the bottom, and I got to 6.
That would probably beat me because I don't watch too many movies.
I don't either.
You've talked to me about that.
Yeah.
You think it's weird how few movies I've seen.
I always think it's weird when people
And I also
are like,
see really weird films. Like I've seen The Clockwork Orange, and I've seen The Rabbit by what's that guy's name? I think his name starts with a D. I don't remember.
I have all of a sudden I forgot to do.
You're talking about David Lynch?
That's it.
Yes,
David Lynch.
yes, The Rabbit.
You showed me that.
I showed you the rabbit.
Because I showed him that.
Okay, yeah.
She was the one who showed me the rabbit thing.
Who will I show it to?
Oh, continue it on.
This is kind of like The Ring.
Yeah, David Lynch.
He has to pass it on.
Amazing. That film is just like, what?
Yeah, it was weird.
I love the David Lynch film with Nick Cage in it real quick. And he's like, he says, the guy makes fun of his snakeskin jacket. He's like, this is a snakeskin jacket.
Yeah.
I love how he says that. I love that.
You showed me that as well.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that was David
Yeah,
Lynch.
Space Jams is great. Why was that? Space Jams.
Because Jam.
Space Jams. Awesome. Great. Awesome. I just want to make sure I didn't cut you off.
No. I was
Okay.
we were talking about Bacon Jam, and I thought, well, Space Jam is so much better.
How famous you have to be the only breathing actor in your film?
Oh yeah.
I
had a Space Jam video game.
I did not have that.
Come on.
You know, I used to collect the Looney Tunes jams. That's old.
Oh,
they used to have the jams for kids, like strawberry and grape jelly jam. They used to have
They used to have
Pokemon jams.
Mugs too.
Yeah.
I called it Mugs Bunny.
I collected the Pokemon ones.
Oh, but see, they had these old Looney Tune ones with Tom and Jerry on it, and Daffy Duck and all these.
I feel like those are now vodka jams.
I bet you.
They're fermented.
I bet you that if you kept those things, I bet you they're worth something now.
Probably.
Because they don't do that no more. Mm-mm. That's long gone.
I used to have all the, what were they called? The enemies in that movie. The monsters. The Monstars.
The Monstars.
Yep.
I had their spaceship when I was a little kid. And it came with all them as in their little cute forms. I used to carry them around.
That's cool.
That's awesome.
I had about every Jurassic Park toy known to man. I collected a lot of Jurassic Park.
I had a few.
Have you seen that Vine?
No.
Have you heard of the What Are Those?
No.
Where what? Okay.
What is that?
Well, it's a trend that was on Vine, and people would just go up to you and be like, "Hey, what are those?" and like look at your shoes. And I don't know where it came from, but it's just amazing. And so they had these dinosaurs walking around, and they like graphed on some like shoes, and just went, "What are those?"
I've not seen that.
It is funny.
Okay.
She showed it to me.
I'll show it to you after we're done.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
So coming up next week, I think I've got this pretty neat idea. I've got this new game called Until Dawn. It is a slasher survival game, and I think we should try playing that game.
Word?
I think we should try playing that game and seeing how that goes. I think that could be fun.
I want to. I know you've got some plans for it, but I want to try to kill as many of the people in there as possible.
Let's do it.
Because I hate these characters.
These characters suck.
They're horrible.
They're terrible.
These are the kind of people you know.
Yeah.
And you can't stand them.
No. They're
and
terrible.
if you know, if you had heard that some of these kids that you like went to high school with that you don't like, if you had heard, by the way, they were up on a mountain and she fell into like a meat grinder, you would love that.
Oh my gosh.
You would love that.
Yes.
You would love it.
So when you're playing this game, you're like, well, I want to put her in the meat grinder.
Yeah.
I want to make
See
sure
what
these kids die. I mean, I don't want to spoil anything, so I guess I'll stop there. But 'cause I know how a lot of them
tune in
die.
next week.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we should try to play that game and see how we do in that.
Okay. You want to compete?
Maybe so. I think we should each take like
A character.
And that'll be like our character.
See, I think but we can do that. I'll be tempted to
Kill him.
and then won't that affect your character's story though?
So that could be fun.
That would be
It would
interesting.
be.
Yeah.
You could try
Okay.
to screw it up for someone else.
Okay.
or get like me, for example, could if I'm playing I know which character Ari is, I could leave Ari outside in the cold.
Yeah.
That's mean.
I mean, or
I'd throw you in the meat grinder. Be like, bye.
How many characters are there?
There's 8.
Are we going to be taking a couple each?
Oh yeah, we could do that.
Okay.
Yeah, we could do that. I would say it could be a competition then.
You got to get your guys.
You got to get your guys to the end.
Okay.
Well,
Or at least
I'm
me.
just going to fail. Like, every time there's a competition thing, I'm just like, well, I'm always the first to go.
And this is gonna require some time. I mean, this is when we're going to be able to.
We could do this in segments.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It won't be like
when we stretch this out.
Yeah.
We do that. That could be fun.
Yeah.
I think it'll be neat. I think it'll be neat. We might start that next week, but that's all the time we have for this week. We hope you've enjoyed the show. You guys have an awesome week. I am Justin Bullen.
I'm Mariana Theisinger.
I'm Ross.
When stay cool out there. We'll see you back here next week.
It's all over.
Nothing's over while I'm breathing.
Jesus Christ, I met some dumb bastards in my time, but you outdo them all.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it. May God have mercy on your soul.
God help us in the future.